What is this video here? This one, is this one going to make me rage as well? I feel a theme going on here for our 2023 morning stream. How reaction videos ruined the internet. Now, I know a lot of people are watching me right now and they're thinking, man, this guy reacts to things. That's all this guy ends up doing. But they got me wrong. I'm not a reactor. I'm an enhancer. Enhancing things, man. Enhancing. Just spicing it up here. Now, most reactions, most reactor videos, most reactors, I can't stand. I feel like a lot of them are fake. I feel like primarily, I can't stand reaction channels, which is funny. I get the joke. I get the joke. Okay? You could reduce me to the base form of a reactor if you want to, but if you do, it's because you don't know me. It's because you haven't been around long enough to get enhanced. These people, enhanced. They're all enhanced now. That's because I'm an enhancer. You? Well, we'll see. We'll see. One day, maybe. One day you will be enhanced as well. Okay, let's watch together and let's... 95% of people that are watching things are not fun to watch. There's a very small percentage of people that can watch things that make things fun to watch together. Or shall I say, enhance things. Now, let's see how reaction videos ruin the internet.
Oh my God! Did you see what XQC said about Mizcave when he reacted to Hassan's reaction video about Sniper Wolf's tweet about Ludwig's video and Asmongold's short on how World of Warcraft is kind of stupid, I guess, or something? I didn't really actually listen to the original point. I gotta make a green screen reaction TikTok about this and not say a single word. I'm just gonna stare.
Okay, there's a lot of reactors out there that are reacting for the sake of monetizing you. That are out there to react, to get in that drama, like layers and layers of it. And I believe that people are smart enough to tell the difference between those types of people and, you know, frankly, others. Like, I like Asmongold because Asmongold came from a real old school background. He was a gamer. He was a gamer first, and then he started watching shit with his community, and like it just ended up being a really chill vibe. And it's essentially him and his community watching things. And I respected that about Asmon. As Asmon continues to evolve, I'm seeing a little bit more of the like reacting to the reacting, the whole thing, right? But I still feel like essentially deep down, Asmongold is a really cool dude that just loves to watch things that people want him to watch, like period. I kind of relate to that. I feel like I'm not nowhere near as cool as Asmon. Yes, I am. Hold on. Yes, I am.
Blankly into the camera while I play someone else's video. Hey guys, welcome back to Scrolling Reddit. And today we're gonna scroll Reddit and look at things other people made. Let's just jump into it. Did you see the new drama? You gotta watch this new TikTok reaction. Oh my God, spill the tea. I got a tweet about this.
Then there's a whole army of people that just, you know, the thing is the general reaction content is eaten up like this. Like, if you really think about it, there's armies and armies of people that are just like completely into the drama. That's all they can do. They can't get their eyes off the drama. It's scary. It's actually kind of scary, right? It perpetuates it. It's like it's a giant echo chamber of people that gather together that just love to, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. They perpetuate it, you know?
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my God! Oh, I can feel my
where this guy's
brains
coming
leaking
from.
out of my ears!
Yeah.
Oh, quick! Someone turn on Townsend's! Today we're gonna make George Washington some fried chicken. Oh my God! I can feel it healing me. Thank you. What is up, my little goblins and ghouls? It's me, a somewhat circular internet guy making internet videos talking about other internet people making internet videos. And I, for one, feel sick. I'm aware this isn't an overwhelmingly uplifting topic for a video, but I gotta get this shit off my chest, man. I genuinely have real fears about how current internet video content is created, distributed, consumed, and replicated, and the general direction that the average aspiring creator is headed. I feel the actual act of creation is slowly being damaged over time.
Yeah, and with AI, it's like a double whammy. and with AI, it's like a double whammy.
And before you say anything, no, I'm not putting only animators on some infinitely tall, sanctimonious pedestal. We chose the worst content genre, and it unfortunately takes a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears to make anything.
Mostly the tears part.
The desire to become an influencer, sorry, I just thought of that term, has never been more colossal, and the routes in which individuals will take to achieve that has never been more accessible. And with that, you'd think the quality of the content would skyrocket with the...
No, it wouldn't. It would not. In fact, it goes down. The quality goes down. The real important thing, if you're gonna do this type of content where you're like watching things with others, is you have to have a personality, number one. I think that's super important. A lot of people that do this have like no personality. You're like watching them thinking to yourself, what is this person trying to do exactly? Secondly, by opening the field up because the accessibility is off the Richter scale, what happens is the quality obviously is going to go down because there's just an abundance. I've seen it. I saw it like increase from 2011 all the way to now is like this crazy nightmare tsunami of people coming into the space. It is so oversaturated with everybody that's trying to get in there and become like the next big thing. It's crazy to me. I was stuck in that mindset a long time ago. Like I'd say probably a good 8 years ago, I was stuck in this mindset. I recognized it in myself. I grew. And I recognized like, oh, I'm trying to do this to like get more views, and I want to be like, I want to get my name out there and this whole thing. Like I had to scrap all that because it was just like toxic way of thinking. And I don't know if that seems to me like the natural progression of the way people start it. I came from a place when I first started doing this, I was vlogging. Like I came to this naturally. I started vlogging with my kids. I lost my wife. I was like speaking to the shrink online, and she said to me, what you should do, DG, is you need to write these memories down. And I was too lazy to write them down. So I got a flip cam, if anybody remembers that from ages long ago. And I took the flip cam and I started like recording things, and then it just naturally, it was fun to do. It's like artistic, and I created things. And I've been down this road for a while. And at first it was like this therapeutic thing. It was like a journey with my children. It was a way for us not to think about the terrible things that happened to their mother with the cancer that she had, and to like get over that grief. And it was a nice way to spend time together, right? And then as time moved on, I became much more like, okay, everything's got to be flash and glitz, and I need to grow and subscribers and the whole thing. And, like I lost track, I lost sight of really the fun of the creativeness, right? Then I started doing gaming videos, and, I got into that. I love gaming, and I would spend hours upon hours creating videos, and people gravitated towards the gameplay, and it was called The Games, and it was a great time. It was a great experience, right? But then I realized, like, really, I think the thing I liked the best was hanging out with you. Like at the end of the day, I was like, I need to take like the old school vibes of how I started, like the therapeutic feeling good, right? And I just need to find it here and be in it. And I realized like the best thing that I like to do is just like chill out and be here with you. But I also realized like I do need to make sure that I shine like a diamond. I gotta make you laugh. I gotta make you cry. I gotta make you feel the feels, because that is part of me. I love to entertain. When I was in first grade, I was the class clown. I love to do things to make people laugh. I love to watch people laugh around me. I love to watch people emote around me. I've always been that kid, and I get a lot of joy out of that. I get a lot of goodness out of that, and I like when people feel more positive. And I was like, okay, so this is what we need to do. And I changed the channel to DG360, and we become much more variety and had a good time. Now, a lot of people would tell you, right, that I'm a reactor. And a lot of people would tell you that like my quality is down now. Like, I used to make gaming content, it was so good. Why don't you do that anymore, DG? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I will probably do that again. I can't stop. I love games. Like, essentially though, I like this. I like just hanging out talking about these things. And if that means low quality, so be it. If that means that I'm like a reactor, so be it. I think a lot of reaction channels aren't necessarily reaction channels. I think they're people channels that are just being themselves, having a good time. But there's not a lot of them out there. I would consider Asmongold to be a people streamer, right? Somebody who just likes to hang out with the community that he's built. Somebody that likes to build a community, very similar to me. I love this. I love to see the growth here. I love to see the friendliness. I love how we pitch in and we help each other. That is high quality to me. And I think that a lot of people that in this genre, we get lumped in with like reactors, and then that's viewed as like, oh shit, this guy sucks and the quality is completely down. I think that's unfair. So I'm going to stand up for the people streamers. Thank you. Okay, I'm done with it. Let's watch.
Heightened output, but I think we've seen quite literally the exact opposite. But do not get it twisted. There are absolutely outstandingly talented creators popping up on every corner of the internet at all moments of every day within every genre. I'm not some jaded old man pissing up at the clouds and wondering why it's raining.
Ah, curse you, weatherman!
But the platforms people make content on, especially TikTok, and we'll get to that, are often predatory at best and extremely damaging at
Yeah, he's right. Like a large percentage of the content is like just meant to like monetize eyeballs, which is crazy. And we call it clickety clack, or we call it salad vibes. And we're smart enough to know that. I think a lot of us are smart enough to figure out who's in it to make money and who's in it to just because they love it, because they love to do what they love to do. Whether you're a creator or a reactor guy, you know, like you can see the love, you can feel it, you know, like you can instantly find this. I think some of this outrage is like, okay, yeah, like we're all very aware of this happening. But at the same time, I bet this dude's going to talk about short form content, and man, that's crazy. Like short form content really took over the past 2 years, to the point where like all this long form content is kind of like fading out, which is a little scary because you lose a lot of that one-on-one kind of like vibing out and talking about issues that are really important and require some modicum of patience. You know, like it is easy for humans to do this, to flip. I watch Christy do it all the time with Facebook. I see my daughter Zoe do it with TikTok. Devin on TikTok as well. You know, I don't ever use TikTok. I just think it's like, I mean, Tencent and China, I think it's the most easy espionage thing that the Chinese ever did to America, was just like, give us TikTok, man. That's my own opinion, but I'm sticking to it, man. It's just like people fell for TikTok hook, line, and sinker. Tencent is a company where the CEO is actually in the CCP. He's part of the CCP. I don't know if it's that way anymore, but it did a few years back. I did a whole Tencent thing on it. They own TikTok. Tencent owns a lot of Riot. Tencent owns Blizzard, Activision, like large percentages of American companies. And they said, F it. We're just going to go straight to it. We're going to skip the investing. We're going to make the new media platform. We're going to TikTok it, and the kids are going to love it, and they're going to rock out and watch all these Americans loving the TikTok. Boom. And espionage. You know what I mean? Like it's way too, like it's Occam's razor. It's very easy to see for me. I might be a tinfoil hat dude, okay? But like to me, it's the easiest concept out there. It seems like the answer to me, where China was like, hey, let's just stop the investments and let's just go straight to the heart of the matter and create it so everybody can hook up to it and we know what's up. That's just, and now they're probably going to talk about short form content.
Get worse. And these problems are inflated even more when we realize how content gets recommended and in front of your eyes to begin with. Let's start with
also American corporations are just as bad, by the way. Aether says, DG, do not forget about the espionage stuff in terms of Facebook, because what Facebook is doing is way worse. The real problem is that the more you absorb short form, the shorter your attention span becomes, because your brain is conditioned that way, because it's a muscle. And it's the easiest fix, right? Right, Aether? Yes, good points, Aether. Good points.
Vertical content as a medium. Vertical videos are now the single most consumed form of digital entertainment in the world by a long,
Which I can't stand. Like I can't stand these like I feel like the aspect ratio back from the 80s, but worse. like if you had TVs that were shaped like this, could you imagine? Like, I feel like I get it. It's for your phone. I understand, right? But you're missing out on so much. I feel like so much is happening over to the right and the left of this dude that I am not aware of. Like, I want to know what's happening here. Like, see, when I watch these, tells you, this is probably showing my age a little bit. When I watch here, I'm thinking, like, what's over here? And way over there, what's way over there? Like, I can't focus on this. Like, I'm too busy worried about his surroundings. Like, is there a dude in a bike that's going to run this dude over? I'm concerned. Like, I feel like reality has been cut in a vertical slice, and it's disturbing.
Now the single most consumed form of digital entertainment in the world by a long shot. It has completely cannibalized almost every single form of digital.
And everybody's sucking it down and everybody loves it. And that's concerning to me as well. That's also very concerning to me.
Content entirely and has now landed as the main form of content you're probably going to see on a day-to-day basis. Vertical short-form content as a medium was designed to function like a bag of chips, extremely easy to consume with one hand, no thought is really put into ingesting them, and you'll often find yourself eating way too many and probably feeling bad by the end of it. Vertical videos obviously cater to your scrolling thumb.
Give me a break, please!
You can swipe through hundreds, if not thousands of videos extremely fast, but this also created an awkward tall aspect ratio, which, by the way, after so many reposts, can make the most horrible watching experience ever fucking created. These videos are also meant to be short, usually between 15 to 60 seconds. Even though some of the vertical content apps are trying to move away from this rule, we still see that the majority of the content remains in this zone. All in all, this form of content is meant to beam thousands of videos a day into your little brain holes, which by design will more than likely mostly consist of low quality, low effort videos that you'll forget about extremely fast.
I like the innovation
and that's
here.
Sadly understandable. Honest question, why would you spend a ton of time making one of these videos if it's probably going to get scrolled past or even watched entirely, forgotten about, and buried?
Saturation, man. Everybody's competing for monetizing your eyeballs, man, and monetizing your brains, man. It's nuts. I don't do a lot of short form content, and when I do on the channel, it's just me talking to you. Like, nothing fancy. It's just me. My first short was about a rooster in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And this rooster, man, called me a liar. This rooster called me a liar on my short. That's how it started out. I didn't like that rooster. I heard that rooster was quite tasty a year or so later. Not that I feel bad at all because it called me a liar, but it was crispy and delicious. The next video was about how Winnie the cat couldn't stop meowing in my car. And I had to take the cat out for a drive because Christy's landlord was coming in and she wasn't allowed to have cats in her place. Shh. So I had the cat in my car for over an hour meowing. And Winnie, I'll never forgive you for that. Another reason I don't like cats.
Under 500 other videos in that same hour? Answer is you don't. That's the name of the game. Sure, there are some incredibly talented creators making high concept, high effort content on these platforms, and I'll link some of my favorites in the description. And I myself try my hardest to make sure everything I make is high quality, funny, and worth watching, but that's incredibly rare on these platforms.
Okay, well, this guy's shilling himself right here. We don't know that. So far, so good, right? But I mean, like, to elevate yourself over somebody who is a reactor, right? You know, maybe the reactor is actually better than the actual original content. Like, perhaps somebody could come along and you would be like, wow, this video was really good. But now that I got to watch it with this bald dude, I feel enhanced. Yeah, that's right. You feel enhanced.
I'm in a fountain.
platforms.
Oh,
now, of
it's a
course, I'm
short.
not some
It's
prude
there.
that thinks
Only
It's
the
there.
most amazing content should exist on the platform.
I mean, whew, boy, you're watching one of my videos. I know, buddy. I know. Let it out. But what this
What's up,
effect
man?
does is shoehorns users into making as much content
Happy New
as
Year,
humanly
everybody. Thanks for
possible.
being here
But
with
there's
me.
only a few ways you can reliably do that. The most popular one being theft. Funny sound bit or joke someone else made? Use it. Someone else's funny video? Put yourself in front of it. A popular bit or trend? Steal it 1 for 1. Freeboot entire videos and react to freebooted videos. Yoink, an entire audio clip
Sniper.
you
What's
didn't
that,
make,
Sniper?
and a text-to-speech voice, and some fucking GTA 5 gameplay or...
Okay. But seriously though, like, here's what I'm gonna say. Here's the tea, as my daughter would say. I'm gonna spill the tea. I would say a good 80% of videos, right, where I'm enhancing and I'm talking about what it is I'm watching, aren't able to be monetized. Nobody's talking about that. You know, for people that actually take out the time to like chill out, you know, maybe some of them should, you know, be like, hey, you spend some time doing things, maybe just a little bit of compensation, right? Or do we just shit all over everybody's heads? You know what I mean? Like, is there any redeeming quality here, right? Watching this with me? No, Pepe, there's not. Okay, so just play the video. All right. Damn it.
Subway surfers and rot your viewer's brain until they become a pile of sludge.
Stop right there, Circle. We're the argument police.
Argument police.
And your argument is stupid. Are you honestly saying that this sort of behavior hasn't always been apparent in the content space?
Yeah,
Hey,
Sal, you're
officers,
right.
officers. Take the wife somewhere nice, okay, Ted? We've all had our differences, right? But we can all fucking agree that this is bullshit, right?
What is that?
This is Instagram Reels recommending, encouraging, and auto-generating a video for me using someone else's video formula and slapping on an audio I didn't make to post and call my own.
Jesus Christ.
And I want your badge number, rookie. I've never seen your face before. Where's Georgie, huh? You know, his old partner? Don't you bring up Georgie. You know what happened. I can speak about him as much as I'd like. You know damn well I loved him too. Theft, stolen ideas, freebooting, unoriginal material, and everything in between has existed since dinosaurs were objectively the best subclass to spec into as a child.
But I want to play with...
No, I just thought about this. This dude would copyright strike me right now for watching his video, just like McCleskey would. Do you think this is like an animator thing? I know I do this with Joel Haver. I watch Joel Haver's animated videos. Joel Haver doesn't care. Joel Haver doesn't give a fuck. Like, Joel Haver's like, hey, man. Like, I feel like Joel Haver would be like, hey, man, if you enjoy my content and you're watching it and you're putting the credits on there and you're talking about me in a favorable light and you're being positive, then, you know, frankly, watch away, you know? But like this John McCleskey guy that does a lot of animations that look very much like Joel Haver. I watched a John McCleskey video. Or is that his name? Matthew? Is it Matthew McCleskey? I don't know what his name is. John or Matthew, I can't think of it. His last name is McCleskey. Just sent me a copyright strike about a couple months back, like about a month ago. And, you know, I said very nice things about the video. You know, even if I didn't, I'm watching it. And other people are watching it, and other people are aware of the dude when they weren't aware of the dude before. So there's a networking effect in that where it's actually positive for people to react to your videos. I guess it's your mind frame, all in all, and your perspective. And I get it. I get both sides of the argument. I understand it. Some people are just going to be upset for doing it. But like, interestingly enough, I don't even think I'm going to release this. Because if I release this on YouTube, this guy probably copyright strike me just like McCleskey would, you know? And that is the craziest part. Now, let me remind you, McCleskey copyright struck me and I didn't even have the video monetized. I don't even know how that happens. Like, it wouldn't let me monetize it, right? Will I monetize videos that I can monetize? Absolutely, yes. You know, I got to make a living. I got a family. I got bills. I got to eat. I feel like I'm doing something more, you know? I also feel like I'm growing a cool community. Cool. And we're watching things together. So yeah, pardon me for wanting to monetize a video. But like, I would say a good 85% of videos I cannot even monetize because of YouTube's monetization system, which is, you know, I think frankly, a little bit kind of, But I get it, because on the other side of the spectrum, the truth lies somewhere in the middle, right? Because you got a lot of people on one side that are like completely like ripping people off and not even doing anything other than saying it's their material. And you got that whole side that's just like ripping people's material and shoving it back out, calling it their own and monetizing it like their own. That is complete, absolute theft. Then you got people that are not nearly as entertaining as I am doing this. They're monetizing it. That's a gray area. Totally understand. So I get why McCluskey did it. I just think it's a little bit odd that you don't reach out to somebody and tell them like, hey, he didn't want to take the time out to get to know me. He just was like, pfft. And I feel like this guy also would be like, pfft. Backspace says, man, when you first reacted to our channel, I went, oh no, who's this clown stealing our shit? But here he is. And you know, the other thing too is like, we actually will find channels that have barely any subscribers. Like, I think when we found Backspace, and I'm sorry, we all found Backspace, which was a cool experience. Like, everyone watching live, if you're watching on YouTube, the people that are here, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, will in our Discord write down cool things for us to watch. And you are called the algorithm, and we watch them. So it is fun to be a larger YouTuber, right? And then put light into an area where there was darkness and shine that light and help out people like Backspace and others that need it. Can I get an amen for that? Because the YouTube algorithm is effing horrible.
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen? Yes.
And you're also cute, Gator. And you're also cute. So I'm just going to stop watching this because, like, I feel like this dude would be the type of dude to give me a copyright strike. But, you know, like, I'm already feeling it. I feel this might be, like, specifically an animator type issue, and I'm going to have to worry about reacting to animated content. And that's sad, but I'm going to keep trying. But when I get messages like these, message received, loud and clear. Loud and clear. All reactors are garbage. Got it.